back to Bella Weekend. For the 8th time now, we've got a very interesting guest here for the Kuala Lumpur Eco Film Festival 2015. Good morning. We'd like to say good morning to Yasmin Rasyid, who is the Honorary Advisor of KLEFF. Welcome back.
Hi, Ling.
This is like the 8th time you're doing this, and the umpteenth time you've been on Bella already for this particular project, right? We've got Mohamad Faiq, who is the Marketing Executive of Tanamera.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And Ling Hui is a co-founder of Cherry Bomb. Hi, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Yasmin, I mean, for those of you, out there who are not well versed with what KL Eco Film Festival is all about, maybe you can give us a brief summary about it.
Yeah, thanks Elaine for having us. Obviously, it's a film festival with an environment theme. Over the years, it has grown to be a very family-oriented kind of festival.
Okay.
Where people can actually enjoy the films for free. They get to sign up for workshops to learn about things that they can maybe practice back at home, from simple things like how do you upcycle and have make art more accessible and more fun. There's also workshops and things like how do you start an urban farm. You've always wanted to do farming, but you've only got so much space, but it's doable, but how do you do it? So we hope these kind of activities help empower the visitors to
better our environment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect everyone to do everything. Do you find a difference
over the years? I mean, that people are a lot more aware about stuff, about what's going on in their own community, country, when it comes to environmental issues?
Definitely more aware today compared to 2 decades ago. But there's still a gap between being aware and actually doing something about it in your daily life. So we hope this would be a catalyst for people to come and cross that boundary and get a bit confident and do something positive at home.
Oh, great, great. Yeah. So you've got new people on board this year. I mean, we've got Faiq here from Tanamera. How's Tanamera involved in this festival?
So our first involvement was back in 2013. Yeah. So we also held our mini Tanamera Day together with the KLEFF. And for this year, we are sponsoring 22 NGOs for the green market.
Oh wow! So maybe you can tell our audience a little bit about what Tanamera does.
Tanamera basically is is a natural beauty and wellness company.
Okay.
We can honestly say that we are pioneer in the natural product industry. We started out like 13 years back.
When nobody understood what
natural products,
issues and all that organic stuff was all about.
That's correct.
And the Malaysian.
Yeah. Back then, the local perception towards natural products is very, very low. So we started out export, and after a few years, the local market started to accept, natural products that are based from Malaysia.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So you said that you're sponsoring 22 NGOs. What does that mean?
We're giving them free space for them to showcase their creativity. At this festival.
Yes. Okay, which is going to be at Publica, and it starts on the 16th of October, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, and Cherry Bomb. I mean, like, how is Cherry Bomb involved in this, Ling Hui?
So we're actually a sustainable fashion brand. We started here in KL late last year. We upcycle waste materials that large factories would have otherwise thrown away, and they would have gone to landfills, contributing to pollution, and our water resources would have also been affected. So we design our own clothes, and we're going to be showcasing our products at the Eco Film Festival this year. We'll also be holding a tie-dye session. It's going to be all natural tie-dye. We'll be providing the materials as well.
Okay, okay. And the reception of the people towards the type of clothes that you produce, is it good?
It's very mixed. It's on either this end or the other end. We've got people who are really supportive of us, like Yasmin, who's helped us out a lot. They love what we're doing and they're all for it. And we've also got people, they're like, it's really interesting, but I think they don't understand enough about how fashion is actually the second most polluting industry in the world.
Of course.
So it's still something new to them. It's a new concept.
So what you're wearing now is your own?
Yes, it is. It's one of my favorite pieces.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, so basically, and then where the films are concerned, I mean, you have different films which are being showcased every year. How is this tied in with, you know, the environmental aspect of it all?
Well, every year, what's interesting is we can see an evolution of the kind of topics that are being filmed. This year, two main issues. Number one, indigenous communities. So we've got a record number of films coming in talking about global communities, you know, going through deforestation and climate change. And the second hot theme this year is wildlife. So much so we actually created even a new award category for the best wildlife film.
So all these movies, I mean, these films, are they produced and directed in Malaysia, or they're from all over the place and they're just showcased here?
From all around the country, the planet. Highest number this year comes from the US and France.
Okay.
And they're bagging some awards as well this year, later on in the week.
Okay, so, well, 8 years down the road, I mean, you guys seem to be thriving and doing really, really well then.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
You've got more international response towards it?
Definitely. Even like the number of international filmmakers coming this year is the highest. We hope it means that the KL Eco Film Fest is making waves in other countries. We also hope that this will motivate the local filmmakers to work on more environmental stories, because if you think about it, we have a lot. We have the right environment for it. We have the rainforest, we have the marine environment, we also have issues like the haze, but we're not good storytellers in terms of environmental stories.
Yes, because you know, when you think about it, when you think about, oh, a film about the environment is going to be made, people go like, but how interesting is that? You know,
Watch Net Geo earlier.
Okay. So basically, in terms of like the difference of how it was last year compared to this year, you know, how is it more exciting?
Well, the green market is actually my favorite part. The green market is designed to reach out to Malaysians to educate them about sustainable consumption and production, and we were quite surprised to see the pickup rate from exhibitors out there. Of course, most of them have something green, like cherry bomb and Tanamera as well. And
so basically, they will all have booths in Publica, in that open area?
Inside the mall, outside the mall, at the square. The square is more reserved for people that are promoting organic food and beverages. So food and drinks are outside. Inside is basically for the shopaholic. But for that whole weekend, like it or not, it's a shopping green. So it's either upcycle things and vintage clothing, in this case also natural products. And we try to, I think 90% of them are all Malaysian.
Ooh.
We hope to raise the bar a bit more, let people see that Malaysian brands are also in that field of sustainability. And what's important is support and get to know them. Similarly to them supporting the NGOs. We've never had so many NGOs being on board. And I think because of their kind sponsorship, they're coming on board to try to tell people about their efforts as well. Yeah.
Okay. Now, for you guys, I mean, like, you know, what was the reason you decided to come on board? You've been on board since, what, 2013, you said,
Yes,
right?
2013.
So what's in it for you?
Basically, the exposure towards our brands. And EcoKnights has been our partner since forever.
Okay.
So
you work hand in hand?
Yes, we work hand in hand. It's our way of showing support towards them and towards the KLEFF itself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and Ling Hui?
This is going to be our first year. We actually met through the Magic program. She's one of our mentors. So actually, we heard about the Eco Film Festival before the program. And when we saw it, we were like, we have to sign up for it because this is a good opportunity for us to, you know, create awareness for our brand as well. And when we met at the Magic, Yasmin was like, we have to talk after this. And so I think since then we've been working together to create more awareness.
Right. You said you were established last year, sometime last year, right?
Late last year. Yes.
How did you come up with doing something like this, you know, working fashion and the environment?
I was a fashion student in Raffles, so
okay. You've seen how much goes to waste, is it?
Yes, and it's a dream for me, and I didn't want to be part of that cycle, so I was thinking, how can I help? And I did some research on it, and so started this Charavan with my partner. It was actually a weekend project that we took on. We just did it on the side when we have time from our full-time jobs, and a couple months ago, we decided to quit our jobs and make this full-time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It means it must be doing very well.
Fake it till make it, yeah?
Sure. What else can you tell the audience about what's happening during this festival?
A range of workshops. So we have 11 workshops and activities. Some are done by them. I think you have one on practical use of aromatherapy.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, we have workshops on how do you start a vegetable garden for kids and so forth. So we hope people would sign up for it, whether you like photography, filmmaking, or sustainability. There's a workshop for everyone. Apart from that, I'm excited to see the performance lineup this year because it looks interesting, and maybe I'm a bit old, so I don't know who really is out there in the happening performance scene. And I've been watching videos of them, and I'm really excited that the average age of everyone participating is below 28 or 27. So
that's
it's
great.
making the festival more, I hope it's relevant to the younger generation, because it's really them that really needs to look at adopting sustainable practices in their daily lives. So,
you know, a lot of people who are not aware of these kind of things, they always think that, you know, vintage clothing or recyclable stuff, or, you know, like organic things are a lot more expensive. And they say, oh, you know, why are we paying so much more for something that it's being reused again? Is it true? Is it false? Is it a myth?
there is probably, there's a truth to it. I think it's really basic economic supply and demand. When you don't really have high demand, you know, you kind of make up for it. You want to have some profit.
Yep.
You do charge slightly above average. But we as consumers have the power to change this landscape in the future. Secondly,
when you get the mass involved, right?
Secondly, I think most of us are not privy to the fact that there is also an environmental cost to the things that we throw. Of course, you don't see it in terms of dollars and cents in your pocket, but you see it around you now. At some point, you know, it affects you. So this whole thing about the haze, I always try to tell people, like, you know, you got to look at, do you know that every product, most of the products that we have has palm oil in it, and we indirectly users of it, and the more we use,
supporting it, so to speak, right?
Yeah. So I think this year we hope to drive through the message of smart consumerism, and that's why the green market for me is the core focus area. People need to meet them, talk to them. Every exhibitor has their own perception and perspective on how they are trying to reduce their impact on the environment.
Fantastic.
So have conversations with us. Come and chill out.
Yes,
have
come.
organic
16th
juice.
October, 16th to
18th.
the 18th at Publica.
Yes.
And you'll be there, and all of you will be there.
of us will be
Yes.
there.
Fantastic. Good luck, guys.
Thank you very much.
Tell us how it is. And if anyone wants any extra information, is there a website they can go to?
They can go to ecofilmfest.my, but based on traffic, I think Facebook is the better site to go to, because there's hourly updates and inquiries. So it's Kuala Lumpur Eco Film Festival on Facebook. And then we're also on Instagram. So if you're there, don't forget to tag us.
Excellent. Well, good luck, and thank you for coming down and sharing all this with us.
Thank you.
We're going to go for a short break, and when we come back, some very interesting performances for you. Stay tuned.